Hello, welcome to another Zoom meeting that just started. And what I want to talk about today is the being in your body. Yesterday I had the experience, it might sound funny, but it was freezing cold and I had to move around to get myself warm. And the more I moved around, the more my energy uplifted. And the more I was able to uplift the energy of the other people. And this is why I chose standing today, because sitting is, for me, is not an easy thing. If you're a person who moves so much, it is not simple to sit and focus, because as soon as I sit, the focus goes more into my head. Yeah, and I'm not that present in my body. And sometimes I need to write things down because my train of thought, I just had something in my mind and then I lost it again. This sometimes happens. Yeah. I do have this natural urge to move. And if you look at children, they have this natural urge to move themselves. And with a lot of adult people, it gets lost. Yesterday I was shopping and I was like hopping through the shopping center or like in the parking, like in the garage where you park your car. I was like singing and dancing around. Like for children to do that is normal, but for grown-ups to do this is not normal. And I know for sure that every body or every person has got this natural urge to move, but we start to control it and we start to lose it more and more. And something that is like the clash of directions is when I'm working with teenagers. They are children and then they become teenagers and all the shame starts showing up. This is really where the shame starts creeping in. You can see this very clearly in the dancing. And they compare themselves with each other, they shame each other. If you want to silence someone, I see this is happening a lot. That then you just shame someone for the way they look or for the way what they're doing, and then they will freeze and do less, most of them. So it is, for me, it's like the shame slaying area, and for the teenagers is like the shame growing area, which is really sad. But this is why I do not like, there's like a gap between the teenagers and me, because I'm exactly the opposite of what they want. They are trying to find out their place and looking at other people and looking at the external world to define who they are, and yeah, somehow get enclosed by shame. Maybe this is like a natural way of development. Well, it has been for years, if you observe it. And I'm doing exactly the opposite. So I am not very liked by the teenagers because I put them on the spot. I let them slay their shame, and this is not what they are up to. This is why this is like this big clash. Yeah. There was this question in the group, which was, I don't have a business yet, I don't have an offer yet, so what do I do? And yeah, and this is an answer, that or question that I could ask. And My answer to this is just show up. Just show up. And process yourself through. Build trust by showing up regularly. And even if you don't have anything to share, because then the logic mind starts kicking in, like, what do I need to share? What do I need to do? And this is what we don't want anyway. Yeah, I put myself on the spot now, you know. This is uncomfortable. Like, what do I do? You can't just tell others what to do and coach others what to do. You have to live it. You have to lead yourself through it. And I'm in the void now. So, excuse me, if I told you I know exactly what I'm doing and I'm doing this and this is where I'm going, I could tell you this, but it would be made up like really superficially. And I would lose trust in myself and trust in others. Like others would lose trust in me if I told them that I'm going into this direction and I know that this will change. Because if you're following your intuition, it is not a fixed path. So you don't know, well, you have a goal in mind and a desire in mind, but you don't know for sure how it is going to come through. Yeah, this is the void, you know. There's the life you are in now, your current reality, and then there is the void or the path, and there is the life where that you want to have. And who are you in the void determines if you're ever gonna arrive at the life you want. So who are you in the void? So basically you need to bring or have or go towards the direction of the energy of the person that you desire you want to be. So I can decide that this is the best day of my life. I can decide that I will show up with the best version of myself. Can you hear the fly? My focus is, well, I'm all over the place now. What do I really want for myself? To be me fully and to live an abundant life being myself fully. That's all I want. And I know for sure that I cannot pinpoint it down with logic. As soon as I try to do that, everything falls apart. But it is exactly the same as in quantum physics. As soon as you try to see it with logic, it disappears or it changes its shape. And this is exactly what it is. as soon as I look at my dance, film it, and judge it, it all falls apart. So the judging and comparing yourself is actually a lot of times stopping who you naturally are, who you really are. Because this stops the flow of energy and stops your art. It stops your fullest expression of yourself. Wow, this is a big thing to realize, actually. And you know, the shift is so tiny. So I can feel my body softening now as I'm saying these words, which is, it is meant to be, you know, but yeah, this is the way to freedom, really. It is, the work is not going somewhere, getting something. The work is finding yourself, really. And beyond the logic, like finding yourself in who you really are. There's so many layers on top of it, so many rules, so many ideas that you took on from other people, so many ways other people told you you should be or you have to be. But I'm entering the zone of magic now. It always takes me some time to get into the zone, but I can feel it. I'm in the zone right now. Can you feel it? Yeah, the work really is to put yourself in the right energy, in the right trust, where you love yourself, where you are the most interesting project to see, to find out who you really are and what you're really capable of at the soul level. And then things start flowing through you naturally. Well, these things that I'm talking about now, this is not something I made up in my head. I think my head couldn't even make this up, you know, because it goes beyond the linear thinking. We are so confused so often and so stressed about the where I'm meant to go, what I'm supposed to do. And this is actually really not the point. Because do you want to be the person who is constantly chasing, stressing around, running around? Do you want to be this person? I would much rather be the person I can trust in. I can reconnect over and over and over again. You know, and it took me sometimes weeks or days or even months to come back to myself, but I can do it faster now. And what brings me back is this speaking or moving my body, but not moving my body in a very structured way, just moving my body, like hopping around, shaking my body. Yeah. If you think the world as it is, we built the world as it is right now. So we can change things. We can build a new world. So what is your dream world? What is my dream world? Uh, this is something quite funny to say now for me. My dream world is where people, first and foremost, reconnect to themselves and love themselves. And I think this would put like 90% of everything else in the right place. Because if you are in peace with yourself, you're also in peace with other people. But then there are things that are sometimes not your own, and then it comes towards you from other people, and we sometimes cannot differentiate, and we take on what other people are going through as our own problem or as our challenge, which sometimes it isn't. But we need to learn to trust that they are on their own path. And yeah, we can be the best example by staying on our path and not getting like off the road just because something else or somebody else is approaching you. Like, we can go back onto the path. And I think that's the most important thing for other people to see who are around you. I love this. This feels like magic to me, you know. And it is not the words that I'm saying only. It is also how I am feeling what I'm saying, how it is landing for myself. I had to put some lip balm on because when my lips are so dry, it hurts when I'm smiling, and I don't want to be hurting when I'm smiling. So I have to do that now. I've got this feeling in me, I've had it for a while, like there's something else coming through. I'm all in this like business masterminds and things, and I like, there's something else for me, like something new, something different, but I don't know what it is. And when is it coming through? I don't know. But I'm ready, bring it. Bring it on. We're going into something that, I don't know, is like a new era. We're going into the intuition and our inner knowing more and more and more. And as I said before, as soon as you try to pin it down with logic, it disappears. And that's the magical thing of it, it protects itself, like our own intuition. It protects itself. You cannot destroy it because the minute you try to pin it down, it is not intuition anymore. It is gone. And I think this is a strength of women, of men too, but of women, I think even stronger, or we are the first ones that are really going into it, like with a lot of people and with a lot of interest, because it's something we always felt, but then you can't pin it down. And this is exactly what it is. You cannot pin it down. And this knowing that you have is something that people were afraid of, in a way, I think. If you think about the witch trials, like the witch hunt, what was it probably? It was probably not everybody, but there were probably intuitive women with a lot of power. And with all the, I don't even know the word for it, but with all the rituals of the native people, like that are really connected to nature, they have this too. And we, or humanity, most of humanity, saw this as a danger because we were in this logic area and we tried to destroy it. But you cannot destroy something that you cannot pin down because it lives on. It is like the intuitive knowing is inside of us, and everybody has got that. So by destroying other people who have this or are living with this gift, you're not you're not getting rid of it because it lives inside of you. I mean, this would be like, how do you get rid of your own soul and get rid of your own spirit? Because it doesn't work. This is the magical thing about us that we don't know. So you cannot destroy the magical thing that makes you exist. I mean, it doesn't work. You cannot do that. It's impossible. And I don't know, I'm just laughing, like, how funny. It's like, logic is the way, let's destroy everybody who isn't logic. But actually, I'm suffering under all this logic and all this structure. Like, why should I hold it up? I mean, really? Why should we hold it up any longer? There's no point. There's no point. How much longer do we fight against it? Like, we bring the separation. We bring the separation from ourselves. It's not someone else. We do that. And we learn this from other people because they've done that. And they tell you it is the way. I mean, even in schools, you know? Like, oh, this just really blows my mind. I think this is sad. It's like sad, but it's so sad that I can't even cry about it. It's in a way, it is just a joke, right? It really is a joke, you know? You get this child, you know? They are magic on earth. You get them into school and you tell them, you can't read as well as the others. You are a bad student. You can't do this and you can't do this. No, it's not actually they can't do it. They have got other strengths. And we're strengths. That's the word. And we're not looking at it. Like we are bullying a child who is not in the logic world. But in the end, this is the world that is like killing us. Like, this is what we want to break out of, but we reproduce it and reproduce it and reproduce it. Now you could just say like the logic way and the achievement and being better than others and having more than others. This is needed. Yeah, of course it is needed, but it is way out of balance. Like, way out of balance. It's just way out of balance. Do we need balance? I think every person has got their own balance. So there are people who are more in the logic, strategic way of thinking, and they feel comfortable in it. And then there are the people who are more in the intuitive way of being. For example, in dancing, you can see that really well. Who goes more towards choreography and learning structures and repetition, who is more like, I just have to dance, when the music comes on, I just want to get my energy out and move and things like that. I think the balance is in each person, and we don't need to be everything. This is why we have other people around us. So we can be one thing, and the other people is filling out the other puzzle piece, and together, like, we make the whole cluster of the world. If we were all allowed to live up to our strengths, if this was something that we are actually looking for in people, if this would actually be the goal of teachers, or of parents, of anybody, like to find a person's area and to really area of genius, I wanted to say. But to really find it, you have to go on the journey yourself as well. You have to. That's it. There's no shortcut. Yeah. And there's all this stuff on top, like, that you need to get rid of. There's the tension in your body of being quiet, sitting still, doing as you're told, being well behaved. Like, this is on top of you, and this is just one thing that you need to get over. Yeah. There's more. It's like, it is a mess. It is a mess. Honestly, it is a mess. Yeah. Get comfortable with the mess. And get comfortable with, you can't mess it up. I mean, as soon as you are on the path, you're basically always on the path. You can't mess up your life, because you're always gonna get given the things that make you grow into the right direction. And some people, me included, don't listen, and then you get the same knock over and 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 over again, until you're like, maybe we need to adjust and try something else. Yeah. Does this even make sense? If I try to look at it now and think of it, and I need to make sense of what I just said, I kill it. 100%, I will kill it. So I don't look at it. I just leave it as it is. It will never come through the same way ever again. That's it. That was just a gift. Like, every moment is a gift. So, bye-bye.